Hello everybody, and thank you for taking the time to tour my overhead aquaponics garden video. I have tilapia, bass, koi, and one channel cat in this pond. Also, I installed a float valve to keep pond tapped with water. I want to thank Bud Key West and Owen's Garden Tour for inspiring me to build this overhead garden. This one is 50 feet long by 8.5 feet wide. Over the pond I am growing mint. Right here, as you can tell. Basically I'm using that so that way as it gets hotter it'll provide shade from my pond to keep the water temperature down and keep algae from forming. Let's see, to the left over here I'm growing a bunch of melons. I have honeydews, cantaloupes, baby watermelon up there. I did sneak in one tomato, but that's just before I transplant it. This guy here is not doing too good, but that's alright. Anyway, yeah, I used 4-inch pipe, and I have some net pots, and I used some Dixie cups, depending on where the water level was through this. It's not all the way to the top everywhere through, so some things have to be a little bit deeper than others. I'm using a 4,000 gallon per hour pump, but that's because I'm running through this little fountain here that I made in the middle for my wife. She always likes fountains, and it's basically a biofilter in itself. The water comes in through the bottom. I have lava rock and then gravel and everything else, and it's a little bit of a filter. Then I have my homemade biofilter over there, which I'll show you here in a second. You can see my piping going up that supplies my 4-inch basically grow pipe. I'm doing a whole nother section on here on this wall this afternoon. So I kind of got quite a bit of work to do today. Oh, and in case you're wondering, these cups don't just sit in here. I took a 3-inch flood pipe and cut it down to 2-inch sections. And then I just slid that into the hole and siliconed it so that way everything has a place to sit. The problem I was having with just putting the net pots or the Dixie cups in there is water would splash through and over the edges, and it just wasn't cool. I didn't like it. So went ahead and did that. Sorry about the mess over here, but anyway, so this is where I'm working at. Those are my kiwis. I figured out something to do with that post. Got a tomato over here. He's not doing good. It's the second one I put in there. I'm thinking I got some bad soil underneath. Hopefully that one survives, but maybe not. Anyway, over here, as you can tell, I have a lot of strawberry plants. I like strawberries. I like fruits a lot more than I like the vegetables. My wife likes the vegetables, which is why I'm putting in a whole other run over here, because she got mad when she found out I had no squash or zucchini or any of that kind of stuff. So that's why it's going to be on that section there. So, and look, I've stuck in another tomato plant right there, which he's doing just fine. So this is my entire backyard. Eventually, this greenhouse right here, I had a system in last year. I posted videos to Backyard Aquaponics of what that, or pictures, excuse me, of what that looked like. So next year, or by the end of this summer hopefully, this is where my pond is going to be, so that way I have all the heaters and everything built, and then this winter I can at least keep the fish going. I do have tilapia, catfish, bass, and koi in that thing. I am going to get rid of the tilapia this year. Just too much of a hassle with keeping the water warm and this and that and the other, and the fact that when the water gets warm they breed like rodents. So I'm going to go with some catfish and trout and some bass from now on, so that way I can keep the whole thing going constantly and not have to worry about major issues. I'd rather keep the water temperature just above freezing and not have any issues in the winter time. But this thing's all been ran power to it and everything. So this overhead terrace here is going to eventually connect into this one, the side of the greenhouse, as well as I'm going to run another pergola all the way down this side to my shed over there, or maybe to the fence, that way I can still keep the chickens and ducks and everything over on that side of the house. So that's pretty much it. I will post more videos in the future of the progress that I have and the things that I'm doing around my yard. So, but I'm pretty excited, and I can't wait to get all the fruits and stuff. I built my wife that pergola and everything. She begged me when I was building my greenhouse. Kind of got sidetracked on my greenhouse. Had to put that together first. Y'all know how that goes. So anyway, yep, I'm about to get busy. Y'all have a good day. Thank you for viewing, and send me any advice or tips or questions or concerns. Thank you.